Well, I really don't care about that, honestly. What I care about is that I want you to be approved for your business line of credit. That's why in today's conversation, I want to talk to you about new LLC business line of credit, and I want to share with you a few tips and hacks that get you approved right away. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation, I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka. Now let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about new LLC business line of credit, and here are 7 hacks that get you approved right away. Boss, I want you to picture this, okay? So here are the steps that I really want you to picture. So you probably have a new LLC, okay? You're all happy, all that kind of stuff, whatever, okay? And you're looking for a loan or line of credit. How do you get that? First thing is you have to pay attention to your FICO score. I don't care how you do it, but you have to have a clear idea of your FICO score. Can you imagine people are still applying for a business line of credit or a business loan without having a clear idea about their FICO score? What's up with that? We gotta stop that. First of all, you have to understand that your FICO score is the culmination of 5 elements, right? I'm sure you have that. You have to know the factors that go into your FICO score, because I'm tired of you telling me I have a bad credit score. Okay, I'm in the 300, I'm in the 400. But do you know what is the fulcrum of your FICO score? What is the foundation of your FICO score? I want you to you gotta know that, boss. Okay, you have your payment history, 35%. Your credit utilization ratio, 30%, your length of your credit history, 15%, new credit inquiries, 10%, and your credit mix, 10%. It's really important because once you know that, you can work on those elements to make sure you beef up your FICO score, okay? And the thing here is that, and I know you're going to ask me, what is the correlation between my personal FICO score and the business line of credit I'll be applying for? Well, you know what? The thing here is that your business is new. Okay, so your business does not have credit history. It doesn't have business credit. So the lender is going to look at the personal side of things to make a decision. That's why you want to beef up your personal FICO score. Okay, and so how do you check your FICO score and credit report? That's a question that, it's a logical question. There are a lot of places where you can check your FICO score for free. You have annualcreditreport.com. Okay, and if you like to maybe share your data with some institutions, you can go for Credit Karma, you can go for NerdWallet, you can go for Wallet Hub. Those places are kind of cool, but they sell your data. That's what it is. I mean, they use your data and they send you some kind of crazy offers or whatever. But listen, there's no free lunch, right? So that's what it is. So credit cards play an important role in your FICO score. So use them responsibly, boss. If you want to have a high FICO score, you want to use credit cards responsibly. Hack number 2, your cash flows. Oh boy. Cash flows are really important, but I'm not talking about cash flows for your new LLC business. I'm speaking about your personal cash flows. Okay, so the lender is going to look at not only your FICO score, your personal FICO score, but he or she's going to look at also your personal cash flows. Why? Well, because the thing here is that the LLC business, okay, has no revenue at this time. It's new. Okay, so logically, how do you intend to pay whatever you charge on the line of credit? That money better come from somewhere, right? And the money is coming from your personal cash flows. This is why the lender is interested to say, you know what, we're going to check to make sure that he or she has the wherewithals, has the means to pay us back. It's very important. Okay, it's very important. And listen. Don't think because you have a new LLC, you cannot qualify for a business line of credit. I'm tired of people saying that. You can indeed qualify. But you have to actually buttress your situation personally, okay? Because you have to be you have to be clean, quote unquote, clean personally. So when I'm talking about beefing up your personal cash flows, you have to boost your income, you have to cut your expenses, you have to pay off debt. I don't have to explain to you what you have to do, but the bottom line is if you have to refinance your debt, if you have to plan for infrequent recurring expenses, you just got to do what you got to do. Okay, it is important. You are a business person. You are an entrepreneur. So the basic thing you can do is to manage your own cash flows, boss. And the thing is, you have to be in a position where you explain to the lender that you have strong cash flows personally. And please, be ready to identify the source of that cash flows, though. Those cash flows, I don't want you to say, you know what, I just, the money just happened to be in my account, but I'm not working. What's up with that? No, you need to verify the source of income. Okay. So, but this is a great point that will help you actually convince the lender that you are legit. So cut your expenses, pay off debts, refinance your debts, boost your income. Money. Boss, what are your cash flows right now? Are you in the red? Are you in the dark? Are you in the black? Where are you? Where you at? Talk to me about your cash flow position. Okay? And don't you tell me, well, I'm not really sure. You better be. You better be sure. The third hack I want you to think about is the lender. Okay, the funny thing is people apply they have a new LLC business and they apply for a business line of credit at the wrong lending institution. Like let's say you bank with Chase and you go to a PNC to apply for a business line of credit because you love their terms, you love their conditions, you love the amount they're giving you, but you have no relationship with them. Boy, son, what's up with that? We got to be in a situation where if we have a new LLC business, and we're trying to really grow the business, we have to start thinking strategically. Why is this bank is going to give me, why would they give me their money if I don't have a relationship with them? You have to have skin in the game. So really what you want to do here is that you want to apply at your financial institution. That's why we always say that you want to start where they know you. Okay. Why would you actually ask someone to give you money if you have no relationship with them? Boss, think about this. This is pure logic. We call it logic. This is country logic. Where I'm from, my old folks used to call it country logic. Cause and effect. The whole universe is built on logic. If I have a relationship with you, chances are you're going to want to have a relationship with me. Okay? So you want to decide how much funding you need at your bank. You want to check your eligibility. I'm talking about credit history. Okay? Estimated business revenue, time in business. You want to research and compare lenders. Okay? And you want to actually gather the required documentation, everything about your business licenses, business tax returns, your articles of incorporation, all that kind of good stuff. Okay? And you want to submit your application. Okay? That's what it is. You want to submit your application. But my pro tips here are to always start where they know you at. You want to start at the institution where you already have built a relationship. Okay, if you have a new LLC business and you are looking for a business line of credit, you want to start where they already know you at. Now, if they don't have a business line of credit for a new LLC for startups, for example, you can go to the next lender. That's why we always say it's better to have two banks or three banks, because you don't want to put all your eggs in the same baskets anyway. I want to talk to you about another hack that will allow you to actually get approved real quick is line of credit uses. The thing here is you have to be able to explain the use of loan proceeds or the use of the line of credit proceeds. Lenders love it when new LLC businesses or entrepreneurs are able to articulate why they need the money. Okay, you can't just be like if somebody asks you a question, why do you need the cash? Well, because you know that answer. You know that the whole thing about that answer, because if you answer like, oh, because I'm not really sure, whatever, well, you are going to get a whatever answer, whatever. But we don't want that. So you need to explain what you need the money for. Are you looking for extra cash flows? Do you have a specific purpose in mind? Is your industry experiencing seasonal fluctuations? Do you have increased short-term expenses for your new LLC? Okay, I'm talking about replacing inventory or paying for unexpected cash flows, unexpected costs rather. Do you have customers? You're probably new right now, right? And you have a lot of customers who take longer to pay, okay? But you need those customers anyway. So what is the strategy? The strategy here is that you gotta find the extra cash. That's why you're applying for a line of credit in the first place. But you have to be able to articulate that to the lender, okay? And you have to be very clear. If you don't get a business line of credit at your bank or credit union, you want to keep looking, okay? The cool thing is, if you have a new LLC business, you can still get a line of credit, a business line of credit from an online lender. Yeah. So the sky is the limit, really, okay? And you also have to explain, how do you use your business line of credit? Do you want to use it monthly, quarterly? Is it sporadic? Is it something that you have planned? Okay, we really have to think about the spending patterns here, okay? So big decision time, boss, big decision time. You need money. You need a business line of credit for your new LLC. Talk to me about why you need the cash in the first place and how you're going to repay the money back. How you're going to repay the money. Because the lender is going to ask you those questions. The lenders want to know, hey, listen, you're a new whatever, you probably will be getting my money, but how are you going to pay my ass back? And where do you derive the revenue from? And you have to be very clear about explaining that. I want to talk to you now about the hack number 5. You want to have a legit business. Oh yeah. Make sure that you have a legit LLC business. Very important. So when we talk about legit business, we are talking about making sure that you are compliant with federal and state taxes. Okay. When you have a no business, there are a few things there are a few steps you have to take at the federal level. You have to register your business and all that kind of stuff. You need to have your EIN, your employer identification number. You got to think about what kind of registration that your state specifically requests from new LLCs. Very important. Okay. And when we talk about having a legit business, you need to have a business checking accounts and a business address. Yeah. I mean, you can. This is the whole thing about you say, because the funny thing is, some people actually walk in the neighborhood and telling everybody, I'm a CEO of my new LLC. And when you start digging, you start asking questions, and when you ask them, where do you bank at? What do you bank at? They say, well, right now we're not banking, but we oh boy. How can you have a business, a new LLC business, without a business checking accounts? Nobody's going to take you seriously. Okay? So you need to have that. And also make sure you have the LLC paperwork that you filed. Articles of incorporation. Okay? The bylaws. Your certificate of good standing. So those are important elements that the lender is going to look at. Okay, they're going to look at that. So really so here is the approach I want you to follow. To establish that your business is a legit business, it's important that you actually think about your business licenses and permits that are critical in your industry. Okay, and make sure that you comply with federal and state tax regulations, including actually registering your employees yourself to start with the authorities. Very important. Okay. And one thing you want to make sure that you have here is that you also need to learn more about the requirements of the line of credit, because every bank has their own requirements. So you really better have a clear idea of what the requirements are. Okay. So that will help you a lot. Very, very important. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Certificate Show. I was just talking to you today about new LLC business line of credit, and I'm just sharing with you a few hacks to make sure that your business line of credit is approved right away. Okay. Now I want to talk to you about, this is hack number 6, a business plan. You need to craft a compelling business plan. I don't care how you do it. I really don't care, but you got to have it. The thing here is that if you have no knack for writing business literature, because everybody's not talented in business writing, whatever, you want to outsource the whole thing. Okay, the thing here is that if you are looking for a $50,000, $75,000 business line of credit, you should be able to actually spend at least $200 or $300 having someone write a business plan for you. I'm talking about a compelling business plan. Okay, and you can do this on a lot of. You can do this. The funny thing is, you can even have a business plan software. You can use that software to write a business plan. You have Enloop, you have Biz Plan, you have Life Plan. Okay, if you don't want to spend, you can actually, if you don't want to do things yourself because you don't have time or whatever, you don't have the intellectual capacity to do it. Well, you can probably just hire someone on Fiverr, on freelancer.com, on Upwork to do the work for you, or Top Talent. Okay, you have a constellation of sites out there, or even better, you can hire someone locally. If you have someone who is a business plan writer at the local level, well, why not? Why not? At least you have the benefit of seeing them. Okay, so when we talk about a business plan, you're going to have an executive summary, a company description, right? You need to talk about your products and services. This is really important because you're going to convince the lender that you have the appropriate products and services for your business, for your LLC business. Okay, you have to think about the market analysis, strategy, and implementation. Very important. You got to think about organization and management team. In other words, if you are a single, the funny thing is, even if you are a single member LLC, you still need to talk about organization, because this is a one-person business, but you have to be organized. You have to have the right strategy to make sure that your business is profitable. Okay, and you have to also add your financial plan and projections. So when we talk about a business plan, the financial part of it is quintessential, because that really wraps up it just gives context to the business. In other words, is this business model something that is legit and viable? So big decision time, not a big decision time, but just a decision. How do you make a decision in terms of writing a business plan? Well, you outsource if you can't do it yourself. Do me a favor, never download a cheap ass template from the internet and trying to customize it. This is bad. It's a bad move. It's not gonna help you. Your ass will be denied. You will not get the business line of credit you're looking for. Hack number 7. Well, you have to apply. Okay, you have to apply because you've done all the research. You are pretty cool. You have looked at your personal FICO, the cash flows, the lender, all that kind of research is kind of cool. But if you don't apply, everything is just for nuts. Okay, so you need to apply preferably at a branch, whether it is a bank or a credit union, or online. If you have chosen to go with an online lender, very important. Remember, you have a new LLC. Nobody knows your ass in town, and your business is not generating revenue. Your cash flows are your business's cash flows are in the red, but your personal cash flows might be good. So you need to apply at a branch. Remember that when you apply, you need to make sure that you have to choose the right institution for your business line of credit. Okay, if you currently don't bank with an institution that offers business line of credit to new LLCs, you have to pick someone that does. Okay, so how do you choose the right provider for your business line of credit? Well, think about reputation. You can go online, you can do offline research to make sure that the bank or the credit union is good. Think about the minimum credit requirements, because the thing here is that you're going to have to qualify for that business line of credit. They're not going to give you the money without evaluating you. So it's all about making sure, and this is basically everything happens at the personal level. Okay, you really want to think about the funding amounts limits. In other words, say you are looking for a $100,000 business line of credit, But you go to a bank and they're telling you, you know what, our maximum here is 25,000. So at that time, you have to make a decision, boss. Your decision should be, is it something I want to do, or I can just bypass it? Okay, and you also have to think about the funding speed. Funding speed is really important, because if you need the cash, let's say you need the cash within 24 hours, and they're giving you the cash within 7 days. There is a big gap there. Okay, so here is a bonus for you. If you have made it so far, I'm going to share something with you that's very important. When you actually apply for a business line of credit with New LLC, make sure that you apply at a branch, and make sure that you ask all questions before you apply. Okay, the rep will explain everything to you. It will tell you what you need and what you don't need, so that you don't have to go through with a whole email thing, or the whole having a hard pull on your credit, and then they explain it to you why they denied you in the first place. Do things beforehand. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was talking to you about the New LLC business line of credit, 7 hacks that get you approved right away. So we have personal FICO, your cash flows, lender, your line of credit uses, your business plan is very legit business, of course, business plan, and last but not the least, you have to apply. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Thank you.